Loneliness is an epidemic.
That's good for your podcast.
It is.
Loneliness.
Gianna, put that on the pod. Maybe it'll get more than 8,400 views this week. All right, time now.
Low blow.
For the Mountain. Again, this was a week. We try not to have vacancies in September. It seems too mean. We could have had some. There are some of these guys that are on the Mountain that didn't necessarily deserve to be on the Mountain. Off the Mountain, we can show it to you. Before he even got benched, we had taken Russ off the Mountain, and now Russ is not even going to be allowed at base camp anymore after this week. Spencer Rattler, problem. Jake Browning, 5 picks in 7 quarters, problem. Michael Penix.
What's going on here?
Wow.
Michael Penix.
Whoa.
Very lucky. People don't really care about the Falcons. Otherwise, we'd be focused on you as a top 10 pick, buddy. Because it is, I think he's yet to win a game where the other team scored more than 7 points. I think that's true. Fact check me on that, Josh. It might be 10. Josh is from Atlanta.
Like, sadly not.
Yeah, Josh is like, I know this to be true. You guys could have, some of these guys on row 7 might deserve to be down there with you, but again, didn't want vacancies. Row 7, Spider-Man mean. Bo Nix, Mac Jones looking at each other like, somebody say I was you, you were me? I'm telling you, it's going to be a classic one of all classic ones that Bo Nix is Mac Jones. Just wait for it. But hey.
That means it's a classic too.
You're right. I said it wrong. Thank you. Shout out to Mac Jones, KW, for staying on the Mountain. Justin Fields didn't even play, saved his spot on the Mountain. Joe Flacco, whatever. Carson Wentz. Yeah,
that's actually good analysis.
You move up. This is how bad this is what I'm talking about. Tua moved back onto the Mountain with that performance because he was good for 3 quarters.
What's up with Bryce?
And Bryce moved back on the Mountain. You're going to be like, oh, could he have moved higher? They won 30-0. Guy had 140 yards. He was an ultimate Bryce Young game once again.
Was great.
His operation was not great.
Ran a little bit.
Again, this is the saddest 7th row we've had in a long time. 6th row, man. I don't know where C.J. Stroud is right now on the sumo wrestler or life coach mountain, but on the quarterbacking mountain, he's 6th row guy. He's tighten it up, C.J. I know you're talking about everybody's going to be talking crazy. He's not talking crazy. He's just literally looking at USA Today's standings and points scored.
It's not good.
Aaron Rodgers, Drake May. I actually thought, KW, you were there. Yep. I thought Drake outplayed Aaron,
Definitely
but made a couple awful mistakes.
Yep.
And, Aaron was just. I also, I don't know how much we're going to talk about it. Might be featured in Nick's picks at the end of the week. Aaron Rodgers should consider calling the State Department and seeing if they will void his passport so he can avoid going overseas and having to deal with that Brian Flores defense. Because those blitzes with Rodgers as immobile as he is, that could be a brutal early morning game on Sunday. Trevor, you're my guy. I love you. Your team's 2-1. I'd love to be like, he's the reason why. He is not the reason why. It has not been good. Kyler, again, it's just that. And then Cam Ward moved up just because we didn't show it. He did the crazy pass again. This time he didn't get caught, but it almost did. Maybe the guy just has the strongest arm ever. All right, these top 15 quarterbacks are doing the work for the league because row 6 and 7, not inspiring. Jordan Love, we have to drop you. Caleb, move you up deservedly. Is this Caleb's highest spot since he was at USC? We'll have to check the archivist, but I think it might be. Sam Darnold, really good game. He almost got moved up. Jaden missed the week. He stays where he is. Geno, 3 touchdowns. Despite the fact they can't block, Geno had a solid bounce-back game after a really rough Thursday night game. Right. We all saw it. Row 4. Everybody's All-American. Matt Stafford drops. Makes me sad, but fair is fair.
Thank you.
Doing nothing.
What'd you say?
How was his second half?
Nothing. That's why he dropped.
Nothing.
He dropped.
I'm with you, Wiles. Wiles doesn't like him on that side of the
Again, it's not left to right.
You say
Everybody
that,
knows
but,
that. Jared Goff and Dak Prescott stay where they are, and let's take a moment. Because 4th row means you're in the top 10.
He's never been this high.
Never.
Ever. Not even in Duke when we did college.
The 4th row means you are in the top 10.
Unbelievable.
As high as 7th in theory, because it's not left to right.
Well,
it's 7, 8, 9, or 10.
Could be 7.
Wow. Craig Jennings. Now this would be an all-time classic too. if Daniel Jones just has a Baker Mayfield
unbelievable
3
classic
weeks.
too.
All right, and now the cream of the crop in the league. Third row, Bake Show stays where he is. Another heart-stopping victory, much to the dismay of Danny Parkins, who I'm sure would like this to be renamed Herbert's Hill and have him at the top. Herbert stays where he is. Jalen Hurts, KW, fair is fair, moves up. He moved down last week because he hadn't done anything throwing the football. He moves up this week because the Eagles were like, break glass in case of emergency. Let the Super Bowl MVP throw a few passes, and they end up winning the game because of it. I don't know if this is controversial or not. I don't think it should be. But for the third time in 3 weeks, we will have a different person atop Mahomes Mountain. Patrick stays where he is. He also is, as far as quarterback rushing mountain, #1 in the league, and quarterback forced fumble mountain, #1 in the league. But passing numbers haven't quite been there, so he's second row guy. Lamar drops not because, listen, I don't think Lamar played poorly yesterday, obviously. I also don't think he played quite as well as the raw numbers suggest, because those sacks, to me, some of those were on him and they were drive killers. But it's more because Josh Allen is just doing everything everyone has always asked him to do. He is atop the mountain. He has cut out the turnovers entirely. Yeah. And while listen, his 220-yard dink and dunk game on Thursday night wasn't enough for me personally to say he's the most talented quarterback in the history of the league. It is enough for me to say he is right now playing the position just the way his team needs them to. When he needs a big game, he can give it to you. When he just needs to control the offense, he can. He is atop the mountain for week 4. Greg Jennings.
Great mountain.
It is a pretty good mountain, man. I'm excited about this mountain.
Good.
And come here, man.
Oh, we're hugging?
Okay.
Good.
Daniel Jones thing.
I like
what
this.
a moment.
He was really hurt by the
moment.
Daniel Jones thing.
I know.
This was amazing because I've been waiting for this moment, and it's here. I'm not going to even move him up the mountain.
Just talk about him.
I'm just going to talk about him because I've been trying to talk about him and nobody would listen.
Not bad.
We've been in a relationship and nobody cared.
No.
Just take a listen. Just please.
Do you believe that Daniel Jones is a top 10 quarterback?
Of course. No need to speculate. You're going to hear me say it again.
Of course.
And again, of course. He is a top 10 quarterback.
In the NFC?
In the NFL. I still believe that he's a very talented quarterback. I think he can get some things done in this league. I just think he needs to find a situation that he can learn how to play quarterback behind someone in a system where he's able to grow.
That's a perfect take right there.
And today, like, we get to witness all of what I've been trying to say. And the reason why is because Daniel Jones, not only are you convincing the world, but I finally got them to listen. And it's all because you're in the right position. You finally, for the first time in your career, and I've said this, I tried to get him to understand it, and Nick finally he recognized it. For the first time in your career, at one point, collectively, you have a stable offensive line, top 5 running back, weapons. I'm talking about a bona fide #1, a bona fide #2, a great tight end. And you have a play caller that puts you in great situations in Shane Steichen. You've been awesome, not turning the ball over.
Greg,
you are well deserving of top 10.
Greg, I don't want to interrupt you, but we got news from our bosses. That's enough, Daniel Jones. I'm sorry, but the show has been doing really well without a lot of Daniel Jones.
Just one last thing.
It's just okay.
Just take a look at his numbers.
Oh, come on. Okay, they're gonna send us to commercial.
I know we gotta go, guys, but this is a moment.
Move the needle.
Well, this is great. I also must say, this is why Greg Jennings gets to act in things as someone other than Greg Jennings.
That's exactly right.
I mean, Brew, I'm not trying to...
On Criminal Minds, that was good.
I mean,
I'm going to give you a compliment, Greg. You are the second best actor in this show. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
From one receiver to another and one actor to another. Yeah. All right, Brew, go ahead.
Really,
all right, that was just praising the mountain. And it is not. It is a pretty good mountain. I'll give you that.
Long haul.
It's a pretty good mountain this week.
Thanks.
But there's one thing that must change. Switch J-Lo and Dak. All right, everybody is in love with Dak this season. Let me see the numbers.
The numbers aren't
Can I see the numbers?
Eye test.
Look at J-Lo. The passer rating is far beyond Dak's. 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. Dak 3-3. Yards per pass, which I know Nick loves, way in Jordan Love's favor. The yards per game, I mean, yeah, that's boosted because Dak got to face 2 teams that are QB's dreams. Dreams. The Bears and the Giants. All right, meanwhile, J-Lo has faced 2 Super Bowl contenders, we think, if Washington is that. All right, and his numbers are still way better. I get it, J-Lo threw the bad pick last game. Dak's thrown 3 interceptions in the last 2 weeks. All right, but Jordan Love in the 2 games, the victory over Detroit and Washington, he was butter. He was great. So how J-Lo has 1 bad pick, and now he's moving down the mountain.
Lost the game.
Dak hadn't done any of that.
So listen, Brew, you're right that it's based off the 1 bad pick. I also oddly think it's the worst pick in the NFL this season.
This season?
Yeah, as far as what
it wasn't a pick
as like it's swinging a game.
Oh, probably.
One direction or another.
Yes, that.
I'm not saying it was the worst throw.
So far it's the worst.
But I'm saying it's a game you had no business losing that you were going to win if you just ate those sacks.
They needed that loss. It was just what
they didn't need the loss, bro.
They did, or a lineman today, an offensive lineman would have been running off at the mouth talking about, we're going undefeated.
After the game, Micah said all great Super Bowl teams lose.
That's what happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he's also without Jaden Reed and Christian Watson.
So
I can't
do it. At a certain point.
Does he have a number 1? I'm waiting for Matthew Golden, but so.
Well, why doesn't Jordan Love make Matthew Golden a first-round draft pick as number 1?
They're 2-1 and a contender on everybody's list.
Yes, he is, but he got.
Dak is about to go to the lottery. You know what I mean. NBA, but you know what I mean.
Go ahead, Kato.
I would like to move Jalen Hurts to the left of Baker Mayfield.
It's not left to right.
See, Wilds is with me. We know.
I don't know. I just want it
left to right.
Aesthetically, guys. I want him over there.
Why?
If it's not left to right, why can't I put him over there?
Because that row
is alphabetical.
If it's not left to right,
that row's alphabetical.
That row's alphabetical.
Why is the 3rd row
top 3 rows
alphabetical?
Top 3 rows alphabetical.
And why does it have Baker's first name?
Actually,
no, they're not.
What do you mean, Baker or Herbert Hurts?
But why isn't it Mayfield?
L comes before M.
Yeah, it goes alphabetical, reverse alphabetical, alphabetical. Everybody knows that.
You exposed him, Wild.
Quickly, I'm just going to run through some stuff as we have more topics in the show. What should Jalen Hurts do differently? Every other topic we usually do on the show, I'll let you in behind the curtain how the editorial works on a TV show.
I can't wait for this.
A lot of times you have a question where something's going wrong and you should switch it out. You know, like, should Russ be benched? They haven't won any games. So, yeah, that makes sense. Good. Should the Titans fire Callahan so they win? Now, should Jalen Hurts do anything different? Why? Well, let's look at how he's been doing since last year's loss to the Bucs. Well, he's 17-0. So maybe he should do something different, but that's just like a fashion model.